Cowan and Shannon back with you with our buddies, our baseball pals, Dave Hodge and Dave Perkins are with us today. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. As spring training is ready to dawn, nobody has seen anything really yet. But give me your sense of this new Blue Jay team, this 2023 team. Are you more excited than you were in 2022? Do you think this team is better? Perk, we'll give it to you first.
I think it's maybe marginally better, maybe a game or two better. I wasn't excited last year, to tell you the truth, but I think it's a slightly better team. I'm more excited to see what happens baseball in general with all the crazy stuff going on with pitch clocks and pizza boxes for bases and the shift band and everything. Like, I don't think anybody has any idea. My guess is that offense goes way up because
because of the shift
for no reason, and the pitch clock is going to make sure pitchers don't throw as hard.
What about the shift? That's disappeared now too.
Exactly. And I think this is. I mean, the two moves the Blue Jays applauded, or they made that I applauded, were getting rid of those two corner outfielders who might throw the ball absolutely anywhere when they tracked it down. Presumably, there's going to be a lot more base hits bouncing into the outfield this year. And I really like the fact that they improved their outfield defense vastly.
Haji, how do you feel?
Well, I've said before, and nothing has happened to change my mind, that the Blue Jays should be, as Perk stated, marginally better defensively for sure. I think it will be interesting to see how much of an advantage the new rules might be for the Jays, how much of an advantage they try to take from more stolen bases, which is obvious around baseball. The Jays can run if they want to. Maybe they don't want to because they want to wait for the Earl Weaver 3-run home run. But 2 years ago, Whit Merrifield led the American League in steals. So because the pitcher can't throw over as often without penalty, players are going to take bigger leads, and teams that can run and want to run will run. So are the Jays one of those teams? I would differ somewhat with the idea that the shift has been banned, because there is no ban on a two-man outfield. So you can place your left fielder in short right field, where an infielder would have been under a shift against a left-handed batter, and leave left field vacant. There is nothing to prevent that, and there should have been. If you're going to place infielders where you want them to be to avoid a shift, then you should have mandated that outfielders have to be outfielders and can't be basically infielders in a shift position. So I wonder how many teams are just going to say, if we want a shift, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it that way. I think in terms of all of the changes, I like some of them. I think maybe this is too much all at once, and traditional baseball fans are going to go nuts. Players, for the most part, aren't going to like it because they didn't vote for it on the competition committee. But the pitcher that says, "Give me the ball, I'm ready to throw it," is going to love it. And I'm a big fan of the pitch clock. I've seen it not in person, but I think baseball needs it. I think baseball will benefit greatly from it. I think more stolen bases, good idea. I think the Jays have brought the right center field fence in by 16 feet. So hello, Brandon Belt. That's what he's here for. And the left-handed bats, Varsho, Kiermaier, if they had that in mind, if they said, we're going to change Rogers Center to become more of a left-handed hitting team and go get lefty hitters, then it'll be interesting to see how much that benefits them. the start of the season is really going to be interesting because of all of this, and also because of the World Baseball Classic. And two of the key Blue Jays, maybe the two most important Jays this season, happen to be playing in the World Baseball Classic: Vladimir Guerrero and Jose Barrios. And who knows whether the early start to competitive baseball will help or hurt them. The Jays have to hope that it'll help.
Do you guys think that the base, I haven't seen the bigger base as yet. Do you think that'll really make a difference? Will that increase the running game? That's what it's supposed to do.
If the base paths are shorter, yeah, it's only by 3 inches, but that
exactly.
combined with larger leads because of the fact that the pitcher can't throw over 4 times or even 3 unless he's really confident he can pick the guy off. So larger leads and the shorter base paths should add to more stolen bases for sure. The other part of the larger base that you have to applaud is that it is designed to prevent injuries, and that's a good thing. We see too much happening around the base. I think what they also should have done when they enlarged the base is change the rule where, if you're off by that much popping up or sliding past or whatever, you can be tagged out. I think they should have said, obviously safe means safe, and never mind these challenges and replays where technically you're called out. But they didn't address that. But no, I think the larger base will do what it's supposed to do, and I think if it means more steals and fewer injuries, then it's a good idea.
I'm curious with the pitch count, Perk. Do you suspect that we're going to see more pitchers in a game? Is that going to force teams to change quicker?
Oh, absolutely. I think you're going to see 18 and 20 man pitching staffs with 3 guys on the bicycle to the minors at all times. 3 or 4 guys on the and 5 inning starters is going to be the norm, I think. And then just keep trotting these pitchers in as fast as you can. And then if a guy happens to pitch 2 innings, he goes down to the minors, unless he's one of your established guys.
Right.
And they bring another guy up and use him until Thursday, and then you use the next guy on Saturday, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I think you'll see way more pitchers now because of this thing.
Could I ask why? I don't know how this effect is related to anything that's different than last year.
Well, David Cohn made this point last year, and I never thought of it, and I think he's 100% right. Cohn said one of the reasons all the relievers throw so hard now, and as you know, everybody comes in, throws 98, 99, whatever, blah, 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 is because they get the ball from the catcher and then they walk around the mound, they build themselves up, they kind of take a few deep breaths, gather themselves, and then throw it 100 again or 98 again or whatever it is. And Cohn said they're simply not going to be able to do this. They won't throw as hard. So I think these guys will be putting out so much effort trying to keep it at 100 that 1 inning is going to be max for a lot of these guys. I think everybody's going to turn into what Nate Pearson apparently has become, which is go all you can for 10, 12, 15 pitches, 1 hard, tough inning, and then you take the rest of the day off. I honestly think that's happening. I mean, it's been trending that way for years, and I think it's going to be even more so now.